David McMillan, a longtime pal of jailed Edinburgh crime boss Mark Richardson, is a man that has had multiple attempts on his life in front of his children and wife. Such instances include having his home set ablaze several times since Scottish crime bosses have waged war on each other. David McMillan is said to reside in a multi-million-pound home in the exclusive area of Pitcairn Grove, and with its neatly mowed front gardens and quiet and clean pathways. It's not a location where residents would expect forensics, armed police and gangs to convene, let alone masked men with their long blades drawn, swiping and poking and jabbing at the quote-unquote businessman. However, on March 23rd, 54-year-old David McMillan Sr. was said to be standing outside his home, minding his own business, when at least 3 masked men had managed to ambush him and initiate a surprise attack. Catching David McMillan off guard, the gangsters were said to have targeted David McMillan specifically, their blades drawn. This was the 3rd time in a matter of weeks. Because on April 17th, 2 masked men had poured fuel over David McMillan's home, despite knowing that his children were inside asleep. They then set it alight before fleeing the scene, and it was recorded. And then on May 8th, gangsters had set his white SUV ablaze in his own driveway, less than an hour after the family had returned from a shopping trip. Again, it was recorded on camera. So the unnamed men that was said to have bladed David and left him for dead before neighbours called the police were sent there. Now David McMillan was taken to hospital. He was rushed, blue lights, where his condition is said to be serious, but it has not been updated since then. Now, as a man that is firmly in the crosshairs of a gang feud, number one, David should have made preparations to get his wife and children to safety, maybe out of Scotland, and for himself to either have security or move more cautiously. Now, according to reports, the masked man was sent by Dubai-based crime boss Ross McGill, who had allegedly placed his men in both Edinburgh and Glasgow and have instructed them to severely injure any associate that is linked to Mark Richardson, K if you have to. The gang feud is said to have stemmed from an associate of Mark Richardson using fake money to purchase Class A from Ross McGill in a drug deal worth north of £500,000. And when Ross found out that the payment for the drug was used with fake money, Mark's associates decided to flee the country rather than settle their debt. Now, Scotland Police have come out and says that they have pulled a lot of resources to ensure the safety of its public. In what is being dubbed Operation Portaledge, police have arrested a total of 47 people whom are all connected in some way with major crime gangs. That has turned large parts of Scotland, England, Spain and Dubai into no-go zones. And then, on June 16, 2025, police says that they arrested and have charged 2 men. They are aged 26 and 20 years old, in connection with the attempted M of 54-year-old David McMillan of Pitcairn Grove in Edinburgh. These gangsters were said to have appeared at Edinburgh Sheriff Court on Tuesday, 17th of June. Again, the feud shows no signs of slowing down, but stay safe.